Hello everyone, a very good evening to all of you. Today again we have come live with the concepts of computer organization and architecture. So we are covering the entire series for the computer architecture, which is very important for your UGCNET, GATE examination, ISRO examination, as well as all the competitive examination, because this topic is a very lengthy topic and you can expect definitely 10 question they are asking in the UGCNET. In the GATE examination as well, they are asking you very moderate level of question. So it is very important you should learn each and every concepts in depth. Okay, so today is your part 4 video. We are again going to cover the important multiple choice questions related to the questions that has been asked in the UGCNET examination. And yes, we are going to cover 1000 plus practice session test on this series. Okay, तो डेली लाइव आना है 8:30 PM पे on our official YouTube channel. So this is our batch schedule. So we have already completed database, software engineering, AI, theory of computation and compiler, and discrete and operating system. So already I have told you we have started the preparation from the January month, and yes, you can see by the end of this March we are able to cover 80% of syllabus from the subject computer science. So please start learning. Don't wait for the notification if you are preparing for any competitive examination. A small announcement: we are going to start computer graphics very soon, and in the coming series we are going to cover computer graphics, LPP, computer network, digital electronics, computer architecture, and paper 1 again we are going to start from 1st of April. So if you are not able to qualify the examination by 1 marks or 2 marks, please join our batch course for a single unit, and then you can check it out how you can improve yourself. This is our official telegram group Combine CS. So yes, we have a very less amount of students over this Combine CS telegram channel, but still you can see now onwards we are going to upload daily basis सारे क्लास के आपको PDF यहाँ पे मिल जाएंगे. डेली लाइव क्लास 8:30 PM पे चलेगा. एंड द मोस्ट इम्पॉर्टेंट, टेलीग्राम ग्रुप पे वी आर ऑर्गेनाइजिंग डेली क्विज विच आर वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट टू रिवाइज द कॉन्सेप्ट. आप यहाँ पे चेकआउट कर सकते हैं. ऑलरेडी 86 फाइल्स गिवन है. कई सारे लर्नर्स हैं मुझसे पूछते हैं कि मैम वेयर आर द प्रीवियस फाइल्स. तो आप प्लीज़ एक बार इसको चेक कर लेना. 86 फाइल्स में यू विल डेफिनेटली गेट द इम्पॉर्टेंट PDF. ओके, now moving to the next announcement. So we are going to start paper 1 from the 1st of April, and yes, from the 1st of April we are also going to start concept in depth in our official YouTube channel. तो आप ज़रूर YouTube channel पे 8:30 PM पे live आ जाइएगा, because we are going to cover paper 1 as well. Now let us see the first question. So this is the first question on the screen. Try to give the answer in the comment section. Which of the following mapping is not used for the mapping process in the cache memory? So today we have taken the question from 2018 UGCNET, as well as some of the question are from GATE and some of the question are from ISRO. So it is very important. Just give me the answer. So what is the correct answer for the given question? Very easy question. Hello Kavita. A very good evening to all of you, those who have joined the classes. Which of the following mapping is not used for mapping process in the cache memory? So cache memory is one of the most important topic from the computer architecture. So there are so many different types of mapping that we are using while we are doing the cache mapping. So you need to tell us which is not used for the mapping process, and this is the recent year previous year question of UGCNET examination. Now this question was very easy question, because if you know the concept, so this is just, we know in the cache memory you have associative, you have direct, and you have set associative mapping. Segmented page mapping is not the part of cache memory, but yes, this is a very important concepts in the operating system. Okay, so when you are learning operating system, then segmentation, virtual memory, what is paging, so these are the important concept. But yes, you can see how the questions are very easy in your NET examination. Now moving to the next question, again I have taken from the UGCNET 2018. In 8085 microprocessor, What is the output of the following program? And now you can see this is the recent trend of UGCNET. They are asking you some of the instructions which are the part of 8085 or 8086 microprocessor. Okay, so you should also know how you are going to read this instruction. So basically these are your assembly instructions. So if you have gone through the BTech, MTech or BCA, MCA, then definitely you have one subject computer architecture, and in that computer architecture you have one of the language, that is assembly language coding. Okay, so these are the instructions that you should know. So simply you need to read the instruction and then you need to tell me the correct answer for this question. What is this instruction? Instruction 1 and instruction 2. Yes, correct. Question number 2. Question number 2 on the screen. Read a number from the input port and store it into a memory. Read a number from input device with address so and so and store it in the memory location of 801. Read a number from memory at the location 8000H and store it in the memory location this. Yeah, load A with the data from the input device with address so and so. So if you don't know the concept, still try to give answer in the comment section, or you can also write pass so that I will move to the correct answer. So answer is 2 ka D, but yes, that is the incorrect answer. Now listen very carefully. Now these are the instruction. Okay, so you should know some basic instructions of microprocessor, like what is LDA. LDA means load A. Okay, so LDA represent load A. Now 8000X, so this is one of the hexadecimal number. H represent the hexadecimal number. Now what is MVI? So MVI is your move immediate. Now these are the instructions that are also very important for the different teaching examination, because if you are preparing for NVS or KVS, then let me tell you, in the Navodaya Vidyalaya and Kendriya Vidyalaya teaching examination, they are simply asking you what is the full form of LDA. So you should know what are the correct full form of the given micro instructions. This is your move immediate. Now again 30 is a number hexadecimal in the form of add. You need to add this 30 hexadecimal, add B. And what is STA? STA represent store, and again this is the address given. Now this was some of the important thing, like you should know what is LDA, what is move immediate, and what is store. Now so in this question they have not asked you numerical question, but if you have seen the question of 2019 and 2020 previous year question of UGCNET, so now onwards they are asking you the numerical question from the 8085 microprocessor. How you are going to learn these questions? Then only, because when you are able to solve the questions of you should know how to read the instruction. Okay, now so read a number from the input port and store it in the memory. So there is not any information about input port, input device and input device. So basically load A का ये meaning है, you need to read a number from the memory and the location is 8000 hexadecimal, and then store it into the memory location this. So out of all the given options मैं आपको बता दूँ, option 3 is also not 100% accurate है ना, 100% accurate नहीं है, but from the given options like 1 to 4 this is the correct answer, because आप यहाँ पे memory से read कर रहे हैं, you are not reading the values from your input devices. So that is why option 1, option 2 and option 4 will be eliminated. So that is the correct explanation for question number 2. Now I hope the learners who are watching right now, please मुझे एक बार बता देना whether the explanation is correct, whether you are able to understand the explanation. समझ में आया सबको? Just give me the confirmation. जब till then क्वेश्चन नंबर 3 को सॉल्व करने की कोशिश करिए. क्लियर? Which one of the following facilitates the transfer of bulk data from the hard disk to the main memory with the highest throughput? Now again this is a very good question which I have recently, you can see this is the question that has been asked in the GATE CSE 2022. So that is why I was telling you, for the computer architecture and for the operating system you need to solve all the previous year question of GATE as well as computer science. Okay, GATE as well as ISRO. So what is the correct answer for question number 3? Which one of the following facilitates the transfer of bulk data from hard disk to main memory with the highest throughput? जब आपके पास बहुत लार्ज अमाउंट में डेटा होगा और आप उसको हार्ड डिस्क से मेन मेमोरी में लेकर आना चाहते हैं, देन सबसे ज़्यादा हाईएस्ट थ्रूपुट आपको किसके थ्रू मिलेगा? ऑप्शन 3 का 2. Yes, the correct answer is DMA based input output transfer. Now this is very important for you to understand. Just give me 1 minute. Yes. So see, DMA is the direct memory access. So when you are just accessing the values from the hard disk to the main memory, so DMA is very fast. Okay, so that is a DMA based transfer is the correct answer for this given output. Okay, so DMA is the correct answer. Now I have already written the explanation as well. The speed of CPU limits data transfer between a fast storage medium such as magnetic disk and a memory unit. As a result, we can allow peripherals to connect directly with one another via memory buses. Now it is very important that when you are fetching the data from the secondary memory to the main memory, then when you are directly accessing the data, then it is very fast. So that is why the correct answer is option number 2. Okay, moving to the next question, question number 4. What is micro program? What do you understand by micro program? So what is the correct answer? Micro program. This is just the definition. What is micro program? The name of the source program in microcomputers, a primitive form of macros, a set of micro instructions that defines the individual operation in response to a machine level, or a very small segment of machine code. To answer is option 4 ka D, but that is again the incorrect answer. Now you can see these are the recent year question of UGCNET. So what is a micro program? A micro program is a set of micro instruction. Now this is the basic definition of micro program, that is it is a set of micro instruction, and किसी भी options में यहाँ पे micro instructions की बात नहीं करी गई है. Now it is not the name of the source program into your microcomputer. It is not a primitive form of macro. So ये दोनों options तो आपके पूरे ही गलत options given है. Now it is a set of micro instruction that defines the individual operation in response to a machine level instruction. So yes, that is a correct definition for question number 4. Okay, now moving to the next question again. Very important topic, that is memory mapped input output. So you have two types of input output in your system, memory as well as direct input output. Okay, so what is it, out of all the given following option, which best characterizes computers that use memory mapped input output? तो आपको बताना है which is the true statement related to memory mapped input output, and this topic is frequently asked question in all the competitive examination. हर बार इससे question आपके examination में पूछा जा रहा है. Okay, so what is the correct answer for question number 5? Option number C. Now let us see the correct answer. So memory input output. So the computer provides a special instruction for manipulating input output ports. No. To perform input output operation, it is sufficient to place the data into the address register and call channel to perform the operation. No. Input output ports are placed at address on the bus and are accessed like other memory location. इनपुट आउटपुट कैन बी परफॉर्म ओनली व्हेन मेमोरी मैनेजमेंट हार्डवेयर इज टर्न ऑन. ना यहाँ पे किसी भी हार्डवेयर की ज़रूरत नहीं होती है. सो सी आई एम गिविंग यू और एवरी वन जो भी इस वीडियो को देखेंगे, दिस इज़ वन ऑफ द असाइनमेंट दैट आई एम प्रोवाइडिंग यू. सो प्लीज़ टेक इट वेरी सीरियसली. Memory mapped input output and directly input output mapped devices. So you should know the difference between both the input output. अगर हम मेमोरी मैप की बात करेंगे तो यू हैव 3 डिफरेंट टाइप्स ऑफ कंट्रोल्स. लाइक डेटा बस होता है, कंट्रोल बस होता है, एड्रेस बस होता है, जहाँ पे ये डायरेक्टली उसे कम्युनिकेट करेगा. So that is why input output ports are placed at the address on the bus and are accessed just like the memory location. जिस तरीके से आप एक बस डालोगे. So I have the explanation written here. Just 1 minute. Now see. So this is the diagram for this given. So this is the explanation given. Okay. So memory mapped versus isolated input output. See. So this is our processor. So this is our processor. This is the data bus. So you have 3 types of buses in our computer architecture, computer system. That is data bus, एड्रेस बस एंड द कंट्रोल बस. एक डेटाबेस आपका यहाँ पे होगा जिससे सारे डेटा आपके ट्रेवल करेंगे. अनदर इज़ द एड्रेस बस टू चेक कि आपको कहाँ से कनेक्ट करना है, व्हाट इज़ द एक्चुअल मेमोरी एड्रेस. एंड देन यू हैव इनपुट आउटपुट रीड एंड राइट इंस्ट्रक्शंस. एंड देन यू हैव द कंट्रोल सिग्नल्स. तो आप यहाँ पे जो भी इनपुट आउटपुट इंस्ट्रक्शंस दोगे दैट इज़ नोन एज कंट्रोलिंग सिग्नल्स. So CPU needs to communicate with the various memory and input output devices. Data between the processor and these devices flow with the help of system bus. So you should know कि जब आप सिस्टम से कम्युनिकेट करोगे, सिस्टम से कम्युनिकेट करने का ये मीनिंग है कि आई एम राइटिंग ऑन दिस PPT, आई एम यूजिंग माई हार्डवेयर डिवाइस टू कनेक्ट. मेरा लैपटॉप है, मेरा नेटवर्क कनेक्टिविटी है, मेरा पेन टैब है. सो आई हैव कनेक्टेड एवरीथिंग. सो दिस इज कंप्यूटर ऑर्गेनाइजेशन. ओके. सो व्हेन आई एम कम्युनिकेटिंग बिटवीन डिफरेंट हार्डवेयर डिवाइसेस, इट मीन्स कि यहाँ पे मेमोरी और इनपुट आउटपुट डिवाइसेस के बीच में कुछ हम कम्युनिकेशन इस्टेब्लिश कर रहे हैं. एंड दैट कम्युनिकेशन इज इस्टेब्लिश्ड इन आवर कंप्यूटर सिस्टम बाय द हेल्प ऑफ बसेस, है ना. तो 3 तरीके के बसेस होते हैं. UGC नेट में आपका सिंपली यही क्वेश्चन पूछ लिया गया था कि व्हाट आर द डिफरेंट टाइप्स ऑफ बसेस. तो यू हैव डेटा, एड्रेस एंड कंट्रोल बस. सो यू शुड नो व्हाट इज़ द करेक्ट डेफिनेशन ऑफ दिस टाइप ऑफ बसेस. एंड वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट, ये मैं आपको असाइनमेंट दे रही हूँ कि आफ्टर दिस क्लास आपको क्या करना है. यू शुड गो एंड चेक द डिफरेंस बिटवीन मेमोरी मैप्ड इनपुट आउटपुट वर्सेज आइसोलेटेड इनपुट आउटपुट. बिकॉज मैं आपको बता दूँ दिस इज़ द फ्रिक्वेंटली आस्क्ड क्वेश्चन इन ऑल द कॉम्पिटिटिव एग्जामिनेशन. ठीक है. So this is the definition also written here. Memory mapped input output is an interfacing technique in which memory related instructions are used for the data transfer and the device is identified by 16-bit address. Now this was again the previous year question of UGCNET. डायरेक्टली आपसे ये पूछा गया था कि जो मेमोरी मैप्ड इनपुट आउटपुट है उसको डिवाइस से जब आप कनेक्ट करते हो तो कितने बिट की एड्रेस की ज़रूरत होती है उसको रिकॉग्नाइज करने के लिए. तो दैट इज 16 बिट की ज़रूरत होती है. नाउ मेमोरी मैप्ड इनपुट आउटपुट यूजेज द सेम एड्रेस स्पेस टू एड्रेस बोथ मेमोरी एंड इनपुट आउटपुट डिवाइसेस. तो आपका यहाँ पे एड्रेस बस होगा, आपका यहाँ पे डेटा बस होगा, आपका यहाँ पे कंट्रोल बस होगा. अगर आप मेमोरी डिवाइसेस की बात करो या फिर इनपुट आउटपुट डिवाइसेस की बात करो, ये तीनों इसको यूज़ करेगा. सिमिलरली इनपुट आउटपुट भी ये सेम यूज़ करेगा. दैट इज़ द सेम एड्रेस स्पेस. ओके. सो दैट इज़ रिटन हियर. एक बार आप इसको रीड कर लीजिएगा. मूविंग टू द नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन, क्वेश्चन नंबर 6. क्लियर है? क्लियर टू एवरीवन? So question number 6 on the screen. For a multi-process architecture in which protocol a write transaction is forwarded to only those processors that are known to possess a copy of newly altered cache line. Now this is a very theoretical question and yes, this is the repeated question of GATE, है ना. And this question has been repeated in the ISRO 2018. So आपको पता होना चाहिए there are so many different types of protocol. So what is Snoopy, what is cache and what is directory based protocol. So if you know the definition then directly you can give the answer. So these are the very important topic, theoretical topic from the subject computer architecture. So what is the correct answer for question number 6? 6 का आंसर आ गया 2. Now the correct answer is option number 3, that is directory based protocol. फॉर अ मल्टी प्रोसेसर आर्किटेक्चर कई सारे प्रोसेसर्स लगे हैं, ठीक है. इन विच प्रोटोकॉल अ राइट ट्रांजेक्शन इज फॉरवर्डेड टू ओनली दोज प्रोसेसर दैट आर नोन टू पॉजेज अ कॉपी ऑफ न्यूली ऑल्टर्ड कैश लाइन. सो दिस इज जस्ट द डेफिनेशन. एंड ये वाला जो क्वेश्चन है ये यूजीसी नेट का प्रीवियस ईयर क्वेश्चन है. ऑलरेडी दे हैव आस्क्ड यू डेफिनेशन बेस्ड क्वेश्चन ऑन कैश कोहेरेंसी. तो एक बार इन सारे डेफिनेशन को पढ़ना है. सी, if you are not able to give the correct answer, क्या करना है, after this class just go and google these topics and just start making your own notes, है ना. बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट हो जाता है कि अभी से आप सीरियस हो जाएं, बिकॉज these are the latest question I have included from GATE, ISRO and UGCNET. Now read this question. Again the question is from your UGCNET. Question number 7 on the screen. Normally, user programs are prevented from handling input-output directly by input-output instructions in them. For CPUs having explicit input-output instructions such as input-output protection is ensured by having the input-output instruction privilege. In a CPU with memory mapped input-output, there is no explicit input-output instruction. Which one of the following is the true for the CPU with memory mapped input-output? Now you can easily check. UGC NET 2018 में आपका सेम ही टॉपिक पे दो क्वेश्चंस रिपीट हो गए, डेट इज मेमोरी मैप्ड इनपुट आउटपुट. और यहाँ से यहाँ तक दे हैव गिवन द करेक्ट एक्सप्लेनेशन ऑफ मेमोरी मैप्ड इनपुट आउटपुट. ओके, सो व्हाट इज द करेक्ट आंसर? आपसे यहाँ पे पूछा है ट्रू ऑप्शन. Basically when you are using memory mapped input output concept, so which is true option? Input output protection is ensured by operating system subroutine, ensured by hardware trap, ensured by system configuration, or it is input output protection is not possible. Question is not understanding. Okay, see, so let me explain this question. So these are the topics that I have taken from the Computer Organization and Architecture. When you are studying computer architecture, then you have so many different types of configuration. कई सारे different types के configuration होते हैं when you are studying the computer system. Okay, now the first architecture that we are using is that is known as memory mapped input output. So this is the first architecture. Second is your isolated input output. Now what is the basic difference between memory mapped and isolated? As the name itself suggests, कि when we are going to communicate with the CPU, so this is our input device, this is our output device, and this is your CPU. So when we are going to communicate with the CPU, then it is very important you should know how your system buses, your address buses, your control buses, what is the actual organization of all the buses, all the hardware devices that are communicating with each other. Okay, so when we are talking about memory mapped input output, then in the memory mapped input output, all the three buses like data, control and address bus, both are same. आप जब मेमोरी से कम्युनिकेट करना चाहते हैं या फिर जब आप कोई इनपुट आउटपुट का इंस्ट्रक्शन दोगे, लाइक आई एम प्रेसिंग माई पेन टैब, आई एम राइटिंग विथ माई माउस, या मैं पेन टैब से लिख रही हूँ, तो डैट इज़ द थिंग कि वी आर कम्युनिकेटिंग. उसके लिए ऑल द बसेज आर सेम इन द कॉन्सेप्ट ऑफ मेमोरी मैप. आइसोलेटेड का मीनिंग है कि व्हेन वी आर गोइंग टू कम्युनिकेट विथ मेमोरी और विथ इनपुट आउटपुट डिवाइसेस, तो उसके लिए सेपरेट आपके बसेज लगे होते हैं. So that is the basic difference between memory mapped and isolated input output. Now what is the question? तो क्वेश्चन यहाँ पे ये पूछा गया है. See, in the question they have explained you. Just 1 minute. So I guess कि you have now you know कि what is the difference between memory mapped and input output. पहले ये समझ में आया. Is it clear now what is memory mapped and what is isolated input output? Difference is clear now? Yes or no? See, so I am explaining the question now. Normally user program are prevented from handling input output directly by input on output instruction in them. So see, in our computer system we have two types of operations that we are providing. One is by the help of kernel we are operating all the things, and the another is user, है ना. So there is a basic difference between kernel and user, and this is actually the concept of operating system. Like when you are communicating between different processes and thread, so you have two different types of user mode. First is kernel mode and another is user mode. Okay, so user program are prevented from handling input output directly by input output instruction. तो यहाँ पे आपको ये बताया जा रहा है कि यूज़र प्रोग्राम जब अगर यूज़र प्रोग्राम हर इनपुट आउटपुट को डायरेक्टली अगर वहाँ पे कम्युनिकेट करने लगे, देन ऑब्वियसली दैट विल बी द वेरी डिफिकल्ट. ओके, फॉर द CPU having explicit input output instructions such as IO protection is ensured by having the input output instruction privilege. Now अगर हम यहाँ पे CPU की बात करें, it means we are talking about kernel. तो इन द केस ऑफ कर्नल आपके जितने भी इनपुट आउटपुट के इंस्ट्रक्शंस होते हैं वो सिस्टम में आपका जो भी आपके सिस्टम में कर्नल में जिसकी भी प्रायोरिटी हाई है उसके थ्रू आप उसको प्रिविलेज दोगे एंड देन यू आर यूजिंग इट, है ना. तो इन अ CPU विथ मेमोरी मैप्ड इनपुट आउटपुट देयर इज़ नो एक्सप्लिसिट इनपुट आउटपुट इंस्ट्रक्शन. तो आपको ये बताया जा रहा है कि जब हम CPU की बात करते हैं तो CPU में इन द केस ऑफ मेमोरी मैप्ड इनपुट आउटपुट देयर इज़ नो एक्सप्लिसिट इनपुट आउटपुट इंस्ट्रक्शन. बाहर से कोई भी इनपुट आउटपुट इंस्ट्रक्शन आप नहीं दोगे, सब कुछ इंटरनली डिफाइंड होता है. नाउ इफ एवरीथिंग इज डन इंटरनली देन क्या करेक्ट आंसर होगा? तो व्हाट इज ट्रू. सो यू शुड नो. इस क्वेश्चन का सिंपल सा आंसर होगा व्हाट इज द डिफरेंस बिटवीन कर्नल एंड यूजर. तो मैं एक आपको हिंट दे देती हूँ. When we are talking about user level programs, so each and every instruction is carried out by user. बट जब हम कर्नल की बात करेंगे तो कर्नल में आपके सारे इंस्ट्रक्शन सिस्टम कॉल्स के थ्रू इम्प्लीमेंट होते हैं. लाइक इफ़ आई वांट टू क्रिएट अ प्रोसेस, इफ़ आई वांट टू किल अ प्रोसेस, तो हमारे पास किल कमांड होगा. इफ़ आई वांट टू क्रिएट अ प्रोसेस देन वी हैव विच फोक इज़ द सिस्टम कॉल जिसके थ्रू आप किसी भी प्रोसेस को क्रिएट करते हो. सो दीज आर द सिस्टम कॉल्स. सो व्हाट इज़ द करेक्ट आंसर? Now the correct answer is, which is true about the CPU, so input output protection is ensured by the operating system subroutine, because system call is also known as your routine. So that is the correct answer. तो यहाँ पे similarly आपको ये बताना था कि there are two different types of programs that are running in our computer system. One is at kernel level, another is at user level. तो जब आप कर्नल लेवल पे कुछ भी काम करोगे, each and every task is explicitly done by your system call. Explicitly नहीं, implicitly, है ना, internally. Implicitly it is done by the system call. So that is why correct answer is option number 1. तो अभी clear हुआ? Is it clear now? Yes? Very important topic, and this you can see these are the recent year question of NET. इसरो में भी क्वेश्चन पूछा गया है और गेट में भी रिसेंट ईयर क्वेश्चंस इस पे पूछे जा रहे हैं. Yes, option 1 is the correct answer, and I have also given the explanation. So if you have missed, just watch the recording again. Now see, I have also written the content here, like what is memory mapped input output. Memory mapped input output means accessing input output via general memory access. सिंपल सा मीनिंग है मेमोरी मैप इनपुट आउटपुट का. ये मीनिंग है कि आप डायरेक्टली एक्सेस करोगे मेमोरी को. टू प्रिवेंट सच टाइप ऑफ एन एक्सेस द ऑपरेटिंग सिस्टम दैट इज ऑल्सो नोन एज योर कर्नल will divide the address space into the kernel space and the user space. तो yes, आपको डायरेक्टली एक्सेस करने नहीं दिया जा सकता है यूज़र को, because user will do so much of changes. So that is why an user application can easily access by user level application, and the kernel level space, for the kernel level space you need system call. So that is the explanation कि आप memory mapped में दो तरीके के आपके programs रन होते हैं, user level एंड कर्नल स्पेस. कर्नल के लिए आप सिस्टम कॉल का यूज़ करोगे और यूज़र एप्लीकेशन के लिए यू विल यूज़ द यूजर्स. सो दैट इज़ वाई द करेक्ट आंसर वॉज सब रूटीन. ओके, नाउ क्वेश्चन नंबर 8 ऑन द स्क्रीन. CMOS is a computer chip on the motherboard which is made up of. So CMOS is a computer chip on the motherboard which is made up of what? RAM, ROM, auxiliary storage, EPROM. So question number 8 on the screen. So very easy question and very repeated question. कई बार आपके यूजीसी नेट एग्जाम में ये क्वेश्चन रिपीट हुआ है. CMOS. So the correct answer is RAM. Okay? No, the correct answer is option number 1, that is RAM. Question number 9 on the screen, very important question. I have already told you like interrupt are very important topic. Okay, so this is the question. Now you can see in the UGC net, in the multiple choice questions, they have 3 options, A, B, C, but they are giving you multiple options, 1, 2, 3, 4. So just try to read the question and give the correct answer. So this is the complete question. So see, if you don't know the concept of interrupt, still you can read the question and you can easily try to eliminate the option. So interrupt which can be delayed when a much highest priority interrupt has occurred. So जब आप किसी भी interrupt को execute कर रहे हैं, but at the time अगर कोई दूसरा highest priority का interrupt आ गया, तो उसकी वजह से जो current running interrupt है वो कुछ देर के लिए halt हो जाएगा. So it is normal, synchronous, maskable और exception. Question number B, unplanned interrupts which occur while executing a program. When you are running a program, then at the time of running your program हो सकता है कि network problem, internet problem की वजह से आपका कुछ unplanned interrupts आ जाए. Source of interrupt is in phase with the system clock. So system clock. So what is the correct answer? Option 8 का 3. So I have just, so this is the keyword, system clock, unplanned interrupt. So these are the keywords and यहाँ पे highest priority का interrupt आ रहा है. So what is the correct answer? Try to guess. Yes, very good. So this is the recent year question of NET 2018. The correct answer is option number 4. Now you can clearly see system clock. So system clock means it is related to the synchronous. So C का आंसर आएगा 2. Now you can see ये option आपका eliminate हो जाएगा. Okay. So this is the keyword. Now unplanned interrupts which occur while executing a program. Now you already I have teach in the paid classes में आने आपको क्या पढ़ाया है, exception handling. So unplanned interrupts, so you have not done any planning but still आपका unplanned interrupts आ रहा है, तो that is known as your exception. तो B का आंसर क्या होगा? B का आंसर आपका हो जाएगा ऑप्शन नंबर 4. So that is why I am sure about 2 of the options. So correct answer is option number 4. Now interrupt which can be delayed when a much highest priority interrupt has occurred, it is known as your maskable interrupt. तो मैंने प्रीवियस क्लास में भी बताया है इंटरप्ट आर वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट टॉपिक, तो यू जस्ट डोंट मिस दिस टॉपिक एंड दीज आर द रिसेंट ईयर क्वेश्चंस. तो प्लीज़ उसको अपने एंड पे आप कवर कर लो, रिवाइज कर लो. ठीक है, चलिए. सो दैट वाज द 9 इंपॉर्टेंट क्वेश्चन दैट आई हैव टेकन फ्रॉम द रिसेंट ईयर क्वेश्चन ऑफ 2018. तो जो भी लर्नर इसको बाद में देखेंगे मैं आपको बता दूँ, यूजीसी नेट का 2018 के सारे क्वेश्चंस हमने कवर कर लिए हैं कंप्यूटर आर्किटेक्चर का. चैनल के साथ बने रहिए बिकॉज आवर टारगेट इज़ टू एक्सप्लेन ऑल द क्वेश्चन फ्रॉम 2014 टू 2021. आने वाले टाइम में बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है कि आप ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा प्रैक्टिस क्वेश्चन लगाएं. तो वी विल बी कमिंग लाइव डेली एट 8:30 PM पे हम लाइव आएंगे, जहाँ पे 2014 से लेकर 2021 के हर सब्जेक्ट के क्वेश्चन का मैं आपको एक्सप्लेनेशन प्रोवाइड करूँगी. ठीक है, सो क्वेश्चन नंबर 10 का आंसर प्रोवाइड करिए. And this is our telegram channel, so please join this telegram channel for the free test. You can search Combine CS on the Telegram and join this group. Okay, it is absolutely free group और यहाँ पे मैं डेली बेसिस पे टेस्ट अपलोड करती हूँ. So what does VLIW stands for? Now this is the question that can be asked in the paper 1 ICT. So question number 10 का आंसर है डी. यस, डी इज द करेक्ट आंसर. दैट इज वेरी लॉन्ग इंस्ट्रक्शन वर्ड. विथ नहीं होता और यहाँ पे लार्ज नहीं होता. दैट इज लॉन्ग. ओके, so it is an architecture designed to perform multiple operations in parallel. So when you want to execute so many of operations in parallel, then this type of architecture are used. So you should know some of the acronyms related to your computer architecture. Now question number 11. The 8-bit encoding format used to store data in the computer is. So 8-bit encoding, it is, so this is a repeated question of paper 1. It is known as ASCII, ABCDIC, NC and ये. And you should also know the full form of these questions. Okay, full form are again very important for all the competitive examination. ये फुल फॉर्म भी आपके कई सारे कंप्यूटर बेस्ड एग्जामिनेशन में पूछ लेते हैं. व्हाट इज ASCII, व्हाट इज NC, व्हाट इज ABCDIC. 8-bit encoding format is used to store data in the computer. In which format? जल्दी से बताइए. I guess this is the last question of today. 11 का आंसर आ गया सी. Now I am very surprised. This is the basic question. If we are talking about 8-bit encoding format, so this is your EBCDIC. So this is the fundamental question from the computer architecture. So don't get confused and please revise the basic concepts. So yes, it is again important like IAS. So IAS stands for Institute for Advanced Study, and this आर्किटेक्चर इज ऑल्सो नोन एज वॉन न्यूमैन आर्किटेक्चर. आप कंप्यूटर आर्किटेक्चर में किस आर्किटेक्चर को पढ़ते हो? वॉन न्यूमैन आर्किटेक्चर को भी आप पढ़ते हो. ठीक है, सो यू शुड नो द ऑल्टरनेटिव नेम ऑफ IAS. नाउ द व्हाट इज द प्रिंसिपल ऑफ IAS? सो व्हाट इज द प्रिंसिपल? फर्स्ट प्रिंसिपल इज सेम मेमोरी इज यूज टू स्टोर बोथ द प्रोग्राम एंड डेटा. Program is executed in the written sequence. A program can modify itself with when computer executes the program. Now as I have already told you कि we are discussing the fundamental and most important multiple choice question of computer architecture. तो ज़रूर 8:30 पे लाइव आया करिए बिकॉज मैंने टाइम को थोड़ा सा पहले कर दिया है. हम 8:30 पे अब डेली लाइव आएंगे. ठीक है, सो दिस इज़ आवर बेनिफिट्स. वाई combine CS? So I have already sent this on the Telegram. आप देख लेना because we are covering all the concepts with previous year question and last minute notes. And yes, जैसा मैंने आपको बताया, you can also join unit wise. So we are going to start computer graphics. So if you want to enroll for only computer graphics, then also you can communicate. Very important, please subscribe to our channel, and in the playlist you can get very good explanation for all the playlist like TOC, compiler, discrete. So ज़रूर उन वीडियोस को कवर करिए अपने एंड पे so that you can access all the tutorials. Okay, so this is all about today's video. If anyone has any query they can ask, or else we will wind up the session. Already मैंने classes के बारे में बता दिया है. We are going to start next batch from 15th April. So if you want to enroll, you can enroll. Okay, this is our social media handle, and thank you everyone for watching us. If you have any doubt, please write the doubt in the comment section. Please like the video, comment, share and subscribe to our channel. So take rest. Good night.